it's so good after a snapback because
Oh yeah,
you can't delay
live.
time.
You're
Yeah.
talking.
I know I'm talking. That's weird. This is a podcast about fighting games.
Welcome everybody to the Low Kick Podcast. We had to start a little bit late today because we were having some issues, but we are live and we have some special guests. Say hi. This is
Hello.
Tom from GJ and Shady from GJ coming and representing the Galloping Ghost Arcade.
Yes, sir.
So why don't you guys start with? I'll start with you, Tom. Introduce yourself.
Sure. So my name is Tom. My tag is Waffles with a Z. Very important. I run Ghost Battle series every single Thursday at the Galloping Ghost Arcade, specifically the Galloping Ghost Arcade Productions. Small operation we run. Strictly Injustice 2, but it's a series that we've been continuing since Injustice 1 days, so back in 2013. It all started with a lot of like the GGOGs who kind of like helped make a name for our scene, 16-bit, Dizzy, PPJ, myself, and then just it's nonstop NRS, every single NRS game pretty much.
Okay. Shady, what about you?
My name's Shadi. My tag is Shady. I currently work for Galloping Ghost at their newly opened gym next door to production. I've been going to GBS, aka Ghost Battle Series, since like halfway through MKX's life, so almost 3 years now, and I haven't missed. I probably missed a total of 3 Thursdays in the past 3 years. So it's a second home, and now I work there. So
Yeah, that gym's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So tell me a little bit about that gym. What,
Yeah, I remember I like walked in there once. There were like weapons on the wall.
So is that
No,
that's
that's,
like,
that's in production. That's in
Right.
productions.
Okay.
When you went to productions, though, weightlifting equipment was probably there.
Okay.
Since they opened up the gym, they moved all that equipment to the gym. What I believe started it was Doc Mac was hosting a Mortal Kombat convention every year called Combat Con. where
Doc
get
Mac
their-
is the owner of the arcade. For
Yeah,
anyone who
owner
does
of
not
Galloping
know.
Ghost Arcade, by the way. He would host a Mortal Kombat convention every year called Combat Con, where he would get the original Mortal Kombat actors from the classic 4 games, like Mortal Kombat 1 through 4, and they'll do meet and greet, signings, stuff like that. And he got in contact with a couple of them, like Daniel Pacina, Philip On, and John Parrish, and just because they're martial artists, and John Parrish is also a personal trainer.
right.
Yeah.
So he came up with the
Okay.
idea of opening up a gym and then having them teach martial arts there and do personal training as an attraction.
Yeah.
That's
it's-
really cool.
Yeah, it's been doing pretty good so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really cool. And that's super interesting that they were just like we're into martial arts too, so we'll teach everybody how to do that. And a lot of the who'd you say was one of the main guys was teaching
Daniel
it?
Pacina.
Okay.
So he played Johnny Cage, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat.
He's the voice actor, right?
No, like the actual actor. 'Cause,
Oh.
they were digitized. Like it was.
Yeah. Okay.
These real
The
models.
CG, I like
So it was
that.
the actual Johnny
Okay.
Cage. John Parrish was Jackson MK2, and
Oh,
Philip
yeah.
On was Shang Tsung in MK2.
Yeah, a lot of the MK actors have like really close ties with the arcade, so pretty easy to bring them on board.
That's cool.
And most of them are notable for their martial arts and their history and eating and whatever they do.
Okay. So, give you guys a little bit of a background. Like they said, they're known for the Injustice 2 and a lot of the NRS games out here in the Midwest. For those of you who aren't in Chicagoland and whatnot, but you guys pretty much run the scene when it comes to Injustice
Yeah.
right now. You guys do Injustice every Thursday, right?
Yep.
Every Thursday.
Okay. And
Run the scene as in, I guess, we're the only
Well, yeah,
people
in,
that
in
that
this,
do
in-
Injustice,
yeah, in
right?
this whole
Screaming,
state,
yeah.
like I can't find any other local or anything. The only
And
other one was you
see,
guys. and-
That's crazy because there's a lot of people that play Injustice. I did
Yeah.
a poll. It was a couple weeks back because I was like, we need something to have on a Wednesday night here,
Yeah.
and I was like, here's a list of games. One that gets the top vote, we'll try to get it on Wednesdays. Injustice had like over 25 votes,
Really?
and I was just like, where are all these Injustice players?
That's what I'm asking too.
Honestly, no, it's a great question.
I don't know. The Injustice scene, it's hard grabbing the numbers. Like people, a lot of problem with like tournaments, like a local that. So for those of you that don't know, it's just like it's a venue fee, a tournament fee, and then an all night fee. It's not really. It's for $5. There's no pop bonus, so I don't know if that like the no pop bonus isn't necessarily like a big enough pull to get people
Oh,
in.
okay.
Um, so that could be a problem, but it's the main idea of the tournament initially was just like to create like a social hub for people to like come and gather, and then like we focus on the social aspect of gaming essentially there, and like practicing and stuff, and like just hanging out. It's never really been about the pop bonus for GBS. We've thought about it, um, but the numbers weren't ever really there for our game, at least.
Right. Right.
Galloping Ghost used to host Smash tournaments, which there's potential
Yeah.
there. I don't know.
Oh,
People could say that they want to go to a tournament on polls, but unless like you actually see actual numbers,
Yeah.
then
Then
it's kind of hard.
I
I don't know.
definitely understand that. We've had that issue before.
Yeah, because it's easy to press a like button on a Facebook,
Yeah.
but then it's like
hard to
getting
get on
out
the bus and
there,
the train and the car.
bus,
and
train, car.
get
Yeah,
there,
yeah. It's not like online accessible. Like you can
Yeah.
host an online tournament much easier. War of the Gods, and that's where a lot of the Injustice scene is right now. The online is really, really good, really strong. ESL season 2 is coming up, so that's
Yeah.
gonna be kickstarting real soon. I know games like Capcom Game Street Fighter, they have Capcom Cup, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of like their the way to play that game is offline, and they've just like instituted that. Like I'm not too familiar with the Capcom scene. I don't know if they have any like huge online tournaments like ESL with like that have access that give players access to giant prize pools. I'm
Yeah.
talking like $100,000 prize pools
Yeah.
like ESL.
Okay.
Um,
I want to say they have some Street Fighter
There's the
online
Red Bull
tournaments.
Proving
Yeah.
Grounds. I've played in a couple of them.
that's online?
Yeah, it's online.
Oh,
and,
okay,
Is
well,
it?
no, what the Red Bull like whole entire like qualification thing is, there's a different ways. There's a bunch of different main tournaments and that are offline, like at Ignite and stuff, or there's the online qualifiers if you can make to the event.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
all
so
right.
they do it like that.
So it's best of both worlds, I suppose.
Okay.
But yeah, I just feel like a lot of the Injustice community is based online.
Okay.
Excuse me.
As much as we want our scene to grow, it's our numbers range from probably like 8 people to maybe 16 max.
Yeah.
If we're lucky, we'll exceed that. But its numbers are very low, so we're scared that if we make the incentive to make it $10 as opposed to 5, so people can win
You'll
money,
lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're worried that we'll lose entrance.
Okay. So how long have you been with Galloping Ghosts?
Oh man, since
Like were you a part of the Smash scene when they were doing that?
no, so when they were doing Smash, I was at school.
Okay.
But in terms of like going to Galloping Ghost as a customer, they actually used to have every Wednesday night, I think, maybe Thursday nights it was. There was like a fighting game hub, like in the 2 party rooms. We used to have like every single Marvel, Street Fighter, 50 people go play games over there. So I was going there in 2011, and then I got picked up by Doc and a couple other guys to play Mortal Kombat 9 in 2011, and then our first tournament was Season Beatings Velocity, I think, or Ascension. And then for those, that's an old tournament too. Like Midwest has lost a lot of our cool tournaments. Power Up Seasons Beatings we lost. Indiana's kind of bringing it back, so shout outs to them. But Nobler Torres out there, he's putting in a lot of good work. But yeah, so since basically to answer your question, 2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a
Okay.
pretty crazy ride.
So you guys, what happened to all of it? Is it just no demand for it anymore at GGA or?
To be honest, like back in our Injustice 1 days, and maybe early MKX, a lot of the pull was through 16-bit. I'm not gonna lie, he's just like I said, MK9 was like the it's what created our NRS scene.
Yeah.
And back then, offline scenes were like they were diamond in the rough. Like they were essential to getting good because online was so crap.
Yeah.
So if you're going to a tournament, if you're playing it like, and then players like Kerbalicious, I don't know if you guys know who that is. Like he kind of defy the odds. He comes in an MLG, gets 4th place with Johnny Cage, and he's an online only player. But like if you had an offline scene, you were gonna be healthy and you were going into a tournament prepared.
And
16-bit brought personality. He brought hype. He was an amazing player. He had top 8 placings at Evo. And he brought a crowd. We would average like 200, 300 viewers at least a week on Thursdays for GBS, and that was just once a week. Um, PBJ too, Dizzy. We had a lot of really good top NRS players in our scene. We were probably one of the
Dizzy's
best.
still out here, right? Yeah.
He is. He
Okay.
is. He's not part of the GGA scene. I think he's still. Does he rock the tag anymore? I'm not too sure. No. Okay.
Yeah, because he works NRS and he just plays Dragon Ball.
Gotcha. Okay. And he's not. I mean, he's not sponsored by GGA anymore.
Yeah.
But they left to go work at NRS, so I guess we just lost a a good solid foundation and footing with those guys. MKX, we just didn't show up as strong, and I guess people really want the quality and fighting game players, which makes sense.
And it's a shame too, because like he's saying, dude, MK9, through the life of MK9 and Injustice 1, like GGA was a top team. Izzy, 16-bit, him,
All right.
all great players, even Jeremiah.
Yeah.
And then even into like the early MKX life, Dizzy won Combo Breaker, beat Sonic Fox in Grand Finals. And I'm pretty sure like that was it. After that, there hasn't really been anything notable a GGA player has done. But then Dizzy ended up working NRS. Same with 16-bit, they left. Tommy went to school, so he wasn't playing as much. And then the rest of the team just kind of fell off and kind of died at that point.
But I wouldn't say that's not like a good excuse as to why we lost so many viewers. Just like consistency and
I was referring to the team itself.
Oh, okay, all right. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Then that's what happened to the team.
Okay. Yeah. So it's pretty much a combination then of like shortage of good players being here, and then just the online community pretty much like taking over.
Sure. We essentially lost what our image, like what we I'm trying to think of the word. The face of GGA was, I don't know, not the same 16-bit was, but like,
Well, definitely. I mean, I've heard it was definitely around before I was in the scene, but I've heard so many stories about back in the day, and then you see all these videos on YouTube. It's got like 60K views and doing arcade tournaments out of the arcade, and so I think it'd be cool to bring it back, honestly. So I appreciate what you guys are doing with the Injustice scene. I think you guys should just stay consistent, and then
consistency is key for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then and you were considering bringing back the Smash scene, right?
I want to pitch the idea of bringing back Smash. I've been planning on doing so for so long. Like I have, all the list of all the Chicago Smash players that, begging for it to come back. I have that post that I made. But pretty much as I was like gonna start bring it up to him, Smash Switch got announced. Now it's like,
oh man.
Do we start Wii U or do we wait for Switch? I don't know.
So what are the challenges you think are gonna arise from that? Like besides like, because like now every tournament organizer is gonna have to buy Switches and like I'm not sure if they're because like I don't think there's any like multiplayer like fighting games on Switch unless I'm just having my eyes closed.
The only like real fighting game on the Switch is Street Fighter 2.
Yeah,
and it's $40, so that doesn't exist in my eyes. I paid $40 for Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
When Smash comes out, TOs are gonna be forced to buy Switches.
Yeah.
I think the best thing to do is the question that I'm wondering is, because Melee's still live with Smash 4, but when Smash 5 comes out, is Smash 4 gonna live with it? Is maybe Melee and Smash 5?
Right.
So I would recommend, just burn all the Wii U's. All the TOs should just get
sell all the Wii U's right now.
Burn them all.
But before release.
Stock is dropping. The Wii stock is dropping.
Yeah, the Wii's gone. Now Switch.
I love my Wii U.
I did too. I have the.
You play more than 3 games on it.
I do.
That aren't Mario.
Yeah.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, even I played more than 3 games on my Wii U, but I still hate it.
The part that I liked about the Wii U was Virtual Console, right? That was my favorite part because being able to download all those old games and then play them on the big screen just makes it a lot easier. And of course you can emulate them and plug up your laptop and stuff like that, but it's on the Switch. It just ran better and everything like that. That was my favorite part about it. Otherwise, I mean, I think I bought the.
What'd you buy, Ryan?
the Wii U just to play Smash, and that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
happens.
Yeah, no, it's everyone did. I actually Smash 5 got announced, and then I bought a Switch. Like
Yeah.
I had to. I had to. I bought Breath of the Wild with it, and then I'm gonna get Mario Odyssey.
Now that was a
Yeah, but
that was a
that's
great game,
that's
but-
it until Smash 5 comes out. I'm not buying anything else.
yeah.
And
Skyrim, the
yeah,
10th
but I haven't beaten Skyrim
iteration
yet,
of
and I think
Skyrim.
if I play through it, it should be on PC. You know, the real way. Maybe I'll just
I
end up
agree
getting on
with that.
Switch. We'll see.
Yeah, and Doom's coming to the Switch
Yeah,
too.
Doom's gonna be cool
Oh
on
my
Switch.
God.
Like, I'm not gonna be a fan of playing multiplayer on it, but story mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like just like wondering how the control schemes are gonna work, because like for Smash 4, it's like everyone has their GameCube controllers or their Pro controllers, yada yada. But for the Switch, it's looking like it's just like the Joy-Cons, right?
Joy-Cons,
And
yeah.
it's not like you can just like I feel like people bringing their own Joy-Cons to tournaments is gonna get a little bit unwieldy, right?
Actually,
Like
there
just like the
was-
singular ones.
I don't know which update it was in,
Yeah.
but in one of the updates for the Switch, people found out that they added GameCube controller
Oh,
compatibility.
they have.
Yeah.
Okay,
There
yeah,
we
so
go.
All right,
You could,
that's
you could
fine.
use the adapters.
God.
Okay, all right.
And this was before Smash was announced, and then people were blowing up Nintendo for it, and then Nintendo was like, "We don't know what it's about, obviously." They know what they're doing. Smash,
Now they know.
Smash
Yeah.
just got announced. We're gonna use our GameCube controllers for the next 10 years.
Absolutely.
They're not going anywhere.
No.
Yeah, I don't picture anyone trying to play competitively on a Joy-Con, especially a single one.
I mean, hey,
It's kind of like how people come to play with their Wii.
I've
remotes,
seen-
I
Yeah,
guess,
but
you
then
know?
but you can't do tilts or anything.
True.
So after a while, they're gonna have to make the jump.
and I've seen people play with PS1 controllers, Guitar Hero controllers,
saying in
DDR
Smash?
pads.
That's
In
awesome.
Smash?
No, and like just fighting games.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
general.
I seen somebody playing Dragon Ball on a Guitar Hero controller. Which I don't know how.
Auto combos, bro.
Huh?
Auto combos.
Yeah, auto combo. Yeah, you don't need any directions. Just
Yeah, Dragon Ball, like, yeah, it's like, yeah, there's no like DP motions either, so it's like,
You just literally mash the button.
Oh my
For
God.
Dragon Ball, you can use any controller you want. You can use the Donkey Kong
yeah, the
bongos.
bongos.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
No,
That'd be
but
interesting. See a player enter a tournament with those.
Donkey Kong bongos?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be really cool.
Oh my god,
And what if he got like really far too? Like
He
pool-
just- he just
he made
won.
it out of pools.
he just wins.
He's guaranteed going on stream. Everyone wants to see that shit.
Dude, that would blow up. When he made a
Paid so
stream.
much money to see that. But yeah, like this new Smash is seeming to have everyone very excited. I hope the Inklings are good.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
because like the guest characters, I think they have like a pretty good track record of being okay, right?
You talking about tier wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
They're always good.
Bayonetta, like putting
She's the
her
best
to
in
the
the game.
side, right?
Yeah.
She's like the best character in the game. But like, yeah, all the other characters are like pretty good.
Yeah,
Is
if
it
you're
gonna
looking at
finally kill off Melee?
that's the
Yeah, how do you guys feel about Melee?
That's a good question.
living so-
Melee's awesome.
so
Melee is awesome.
yeah, it's cool.
It's awesome
yeah.
that they support their scene still. I'm fine with the Smash scene. Chicago's got an awesome Smash scene as far as I know. It's huge. If people want to play it, man, throw it at the tournament. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's got a ton of legacy. I don't know how much more of like a skill ceiling is there to like still break through because the game's been out for so long, but it's cool to see new names and stuff like that pop up all the time.
Yeah.
And like old players just consistently just beating everyone.
It's a pretty cool scene. We used to do and we're trying to bring it back. Honestly, I wish there was more Melee tournaments here. But when we first moved to the city, away from our suburb venues, we started at Duffy's, and then we had a Melee tournament there. And
Dude, they brought their own setups. There's a guy who came like
with
the
an
van.
entire his name's CRT Lord.
Yeah.
And
CRT
He
Lord.
is a
he
CRT
pulled
Lord.
up with an entire van
It's like
of
15 of them.
CRTs?
of CRTs and just unloaded them. Like,
very fitting tag.
and the people at Duffy's were just like, "What?
What
in
is
the-
going on? Yeah, like
what is happening? Like, why are they
That's
bringing in
awesome.
these ancient TVs?" And
these rocks. With-
people
with
people would
knobs
walk
on
to the
them.
bar and just be like, "Why are they using these things?" You know. But it was really cool, and a lot of those guys are really cool too. So
Yeah, I actually do respect the Smash scene a lot. They have to deal with a lot of stuff. You know, if they've had to, they are dealing with it, and they're gonna have to deal with a lot of stuff, right? And you hear about how whatever it is, and it's like, look, these are really like a bunch of people that are really passionate about their game,
Yeah.
and that's something to really be respected, right?
Yeah.
And there's like players from there's you can like find notable players of every character, right? Like there's a Pikachu player I know like here, who's
Axe,
really
right?
cool, huh?
Axe. Oh wait, you talking about here? Or like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
here,
about
here in
famous.
Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, she's really cool. And then, like, there's a Game and Watch player that we both know. That's like probably the best Game and Watch in the area.
Oh,
Don't at me.
Ian?
Yeah, Ian.
Shout out to Ian if
Yo,
you're
Ian.
watching.
Yeah,
I'm
he'll
gonna
body
poke him.
anyone. But yeah, I love Smash. I'm just bad at it.
Yeah, I don't get the competitive. I don't get how to play that game.
Yeah,
Super
even though I
casual.
plan on getting Smash 5, I'm not gonna play it competitively. It is at least for fun. But in regards to like Melee still being alive, I give them so much props to their community. They not only they made the game stay alive, they brought it into the. It's gonna be at Evo every year now. It's gonna be at every major tournament, making so much money. But my question, like my actual problem, like to myself, is, are we gonna be going to tournaments now and seeing 3 Smash games? Like at
Yeah.
Evo, is 3 out of the 9 gonna be Smash, Smash, Smash? That's a little scary.
Like
Yeah.
I'm
It
not a
took
Smash
over.
player, but do like do the skills carry over very well from game to game? Like if you're a melee player, like just the juggling combos, it translates to Smash 4 and then Smash 5. Like if it all makes like sense, you can play all games like similarly. Then yeah, like why not sign up for every single game?
No, but what I'm asking is how are all 3 games gonna stay alive?
Because people are signing up for every single game. So that's where I'm getting at with
Yeah.
like the combo translation and like the gameplay. Like
Yeah.
if it all
Translates.
plays the same.
Yeah, so like a thing, because I've had that question too, because I'm like, the Smash games like keep coming out. Like, what's the difference between them, like, mechanically, right? And I try to look at it in parallels, right? So like with Street Fighter, for example, right? There's still Street Fighter 4 tournaments, right? There's still third track tournaments. There's still ST tournaments, right?
Yep.
And it's like, it's easy for us to understand like why there's tournaments for all of those games, right? And like not just 5, right? But like I don't know. I think Melee just has this. It just has this rhythm about it that just has not been in any other Smash game after it, which is like really fast and really combo oriented. And there's no like if you get knocked off stage in Melee, like you can't do like a weird like.
It was number 2, I think, or number
Ooh.
3. Yeah, that was like a week ago though, or
I mean that's still like.
yeah, number 2 on the leaderboards. Get out of here.
Crazy,
As a Melee
yeah.
player.
Like I wish I was like in top 10,000 at all ever.
So while we're on the topic of Smash, since it's already going to be announced next Monday, we got booked to do Dragon Ball at Smash and Splash.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're going to be running the entire stage there. And I've never been to Smash and Splash, but it sounds like like one of the most funnest tournaments because it's at a water park.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. It's at the Wisconsin Dells, Kalahari, and like this is gonna be my first time going. So
When is it?
And it's June 1st to the 3rd. Yeah. So I'm
I
gonna be
have to
trying to
go.
get all my Dragon Ball players to go.
Is Injustice there? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I was just gonna ask. I was just gonna ask what other fighting games will be there.
So this is their
I'm
first
assuming
time.
Street
Yeah, I
Fighter.
think it's mainly a Smash tournament. Yeah.
This is
Sure.
their first time introducing FGC games. It's only been a Smash tournament.
Yeah.
Hence the name. They were like, they want to start doing other fighting game tournaments because it is technically a major for Smash.
Yeah.
But they started with Dragon Ball because I guess a lot of the Smash players were requesting it, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna play Dragon Ball."
Yeah.
And I guess, like I said, there's a lot of crossover from that. Last week at CGC, there were like pros like MK Leo was playing Dragon Ball, so like, I guess there's a decent amount of crossover from.
Yeah.
And so they went ahead and added that, and they reached out to us because they had seen like what we've been doing on Super Saturdays and whatnot, and so it's gonna be a really cool experience. And
Yeah, we
I'm
have
excited.
a special design and plans
Yeah,
for
so
what the stage is gonna look
we're
like?
we're gonna theme it Kami House.
Oh, I thought we were gonna keep it a surprise.
That's nice.
Never
No,
mind.
no.
That's
Kami, you just can't wait to say it's gonna be Kami House.
I'm excited, man.
Kami House is the name of my house Wi-Fi.
No
Yo,
way.
Kami House.
Oh,
We named it that.
Why is just saying that term so godlike?
No, it's so good.
It's
yeah,
just
I
the
love
house.
it. What do you mean? It's the original house.
The Kami
It
House.
is the
started.
OG
It's
house,
the original
though.
house.
It's funny
It's
because like
where all the training happened, where
Where it's all
Krillin and
started.
Goku were.
I don't even
Yeah.
think
It's
I've
where Raditz
seen-
showed up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
I don't even think I've seen like a house that had like a sign on it that said like
The name of the
who
house?
The name of the house was. It's always like on the mailbox, and we're like, imagine like walking in the city and you just see like Tom's house. It's just on the house with a big sign,
big,
and you're just
big
like
red letters.
you're just like,
painted
okay,
Tom.
Tom's house.
Cool.
Cool, I like it. But no, I'm so I'm so excited for Smash this Splash. It's funny because like every tournament I like go to, I try to at least like swim in a pool of like the hotel that it's at. Like Smash Splash is gonna be like the first tournament I go to. It's like you're supposed to do that. Right? I was like, oh, okay.
Which Smash and Splash is this?
Fourth one, I think. Yeah,
Fourth?
it's
Yes,
the
fourth.
fourth one. Yeah, so
Fourth,
it's their
yeah.
fourth one. It is a major now. It's
Yeah.
being sponsored by quite a few different companies, and Dragon Ball already has $700 in prize money. So
Based off entrance or pot bonus?
pot bonus is 500, and then
From
plus
entrance?
adding the entrance. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. So we're gonna try and fill up the bracket, especially. So it's the week after Combo Breaker, and Leffen is actually gonna be there at
Yeah.
Smash and Splash, and we're gonna try and see if we can just get people to stay in town for Smash and Splash and just go right over to it because it's not gonna be that far. Wisconsin Dells isn't that far of a drive from where we're at right now. Honestly,
It's a
Not
bit
at all.
of a
it's like
swing.
4 or
Not at
5
all.
hours, but bit of a swim.
I had to say it. I had to do it. Anyway. But yeah.
But yeah, so more on Galloping Ghost because I think that people want your guys' scene to come back, and I think it can. Like you guys have one of the strongest scenes out here in
Oh, yeah,
Chicago,
tons of passion with you guys.
and I think you guys should do something cool soon. Like throw a huge like comeback tournament.
We wanna probably do something the Thursday before Combo Breaker.
Okay.
I go to a tournament and people ask, what's going on? Are you guys doing anything soon? So stay tuned for that. Obviously everyone's gonna be in town for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
We tried to do something for Frosty, but it was kind of like a little too late, and people weren't. They were either getting in too late, wanted to settle in, or weren't even in by
Right.
the time everyone was there. Because Sonic was here, Forever King, Katana Prime, all those guys were here for Frosty. But yeah, Combo Breaker could be pretty cool. Everyone there, like I said, we're a pretty tight knit group of guys. We're always looking for people to come in. Obviously, it's awesome to see. We've gradually been getting new faces too.
That's good.
Um,
How's your guys' competition like? Do you guys have some of the better players for Injustice? Like,
like, well, I would say we are a mid-level scene.
okay.
It's awesome when like out of towners come and then like beat everyone there because like, well, we all know how we play and like you see kind of like a common trend of people who are getting like top 4 at our tournaments and stuff. But like this guy, Mason the Moo Cow came from Mason the Moo Cow came in
From
from
Indiana, right?
Wisconsin.
Oh,
Pardon me?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, yeah.
Wow.
And he plays Brainiac and he just mopped the floor. He just like took everyone out and it was awesome. He's only been out once, but immediately we're like, dude, we love seeing like guys like you just coming out. How'd you hear about us? We added him to the Discord, hooked him up with our Facebook group, GGA/MK Injustice group for anyone that's interested. Just request to be added, and then I'm an admin on there, so I'll just add you. But yeah, just guys like that. It's awesome to see that type of stuff. God, where was I going with this? I started.
Well, I actually want to keep talking about that specifically. Like that night that Mason the Moo Cow came to GS, it was the night that Dragon Ball was released. I heard that he
Oh,
came
okay.
looking for, he wanted to play Max, GJ Max specifically, because
Yeah.
Max beat him in an online tournament,
Uh-huh.
but Max wasn't there. I wasn't there, and Limbo, who's another great player in our scene.
Yeah, he's never gonna be there though.
Huh?
He's never going. Limbo's always dodging.
Oh yeah, he's never gonna come, but he comes sometimes, and then he's a very good player. And
Well, shout out to Limbo. If you're listening, somebody
no
tag him.
no shout out to Limbo.
Yeah.
Stop ducking, dog.
Stop ducking. I won't have to-
No, if we're gonna call anyone out for ducking, it's DJ Max, our own.
Ooh.
Feel free to
teammate.
shout out or talk trash about whoever.
Yeah.
No, it's an inside joke.
I can't talk trash because I'm not good. Shady can though.
No,
Yeah.
no, but so the thing with Mason, I watched the archives from that night, and he
Yeah.
did do great. He bodied Tommy, I think. Did you play him?
Yeah.
He bodied you,
Yeah,
Jeremiah.
it was 3-1.
Our best players that were there, but our other three great top players weren't there, so we don't know if he would have won.
He would have won.
You think
He
so?
was
If me,
insane.
Limbo, and Max,
Yeah.
he thinks
no
if me-
one knows the matchup.
Hey,
came in-
anything can happen in
Yeah, I
fighting,
guess.
so anything can happen.
well, I'm not taking anything away from
Um,
the kid. I watched those matches, and he is a great player.
Yeah.
But three of our best players weren't there that night.
No, that's awesome. But like to answer your question about like where we stand in terms of like your Sonic Foxes like nationally, right? I could say nationally because pretty much it's just in the States. I get Tekken Master, I guess. There's a couple out of state guys, Europe. And the overall scene, we're mid level.
Well,
for sure.
NRS
We're not
games,
we're not bad.
I
Like,
consider-
we'll get out of pools
I-
at a
I
combo
consider,
breaker. Our
uh,
top players.
I
will.
consider the NRS to be like a worldwide scene, because players in Europe, players in the Middle East,
Yeah.
like it's worldwide famous. But in comparison to, I guess, in Illinois, we are the best scene, but it's just by default.
I mean, hey, that's still something to be proud of.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I
sure. I'll
guess,
take it.
yeah.
I'll take it.
Our best players in our scene are probably the best players in, let's say, the state, minus maybe 2 or 3 people that don't come out that
Okay.
we don't know about.
Okay.
So we're
Who would you say those are?
that don't come to GPS.
Yeah.
Best MK Raiden.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally
Oh
kidding.
man, I hope he's not watching. Grudge match.
Shay's like, I don't care.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Where's the notable? Well, Eric.
I thought you were gonna talk about the players that do come.
No, I was talking about players. I'm saying there's players out there that don't come that we don't know about that are probably as good. But as far as known players, we have the best ones in Chicago.
Oh, okay. All right. Would you
Like-
say McCuddy's in that mix?
Oh yeah, for sure. McCuddy,
Okay, alright.
Limbo.
Shout out to McCuddy, man.
Yeah,
I miss
McCuddy.
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 One of our
actually gets a
OG,
shout out.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of
I
the
seen him
best.
last weekend. He was at TGC.
He's
yeah, he-
disgustingly good,
Yeah.
I believe it.
and he doesn't play in the tournaments. So I'm calling McCuddy out. Start playing in these tournaments, man. Because
You don't play in the tournaments,
he
man?
comes
What's
out.
going
He
on?
comes out to
on,
GBS.
McCuddy.
He's like he's getting out of work, and then he comes out, plays casuals, and then he just bodies everyone there, and it's just like, I don't even play this game. I'm going to combo breaker, but I'm just there to cheerlead. It's like, nah, dude, get in there,
Nah,
get in
fam.
there,
Nah.
like
Let's pull him on
show
the stage.
people why Harley is like the best character in the game.
Oh yeah, he plays Harley. I love Harley.
Yeah, he plays
Oh,
Harley. He
God.
plays Mean Starfire. He's just like he is just a good fighting game player. McCuddy is so good.
Yeah, he's very talented. And what's
Yeah.
crazy is
He should
Bro.
play Dragon Ball.
he doesn't want to at all.
No.
He doesn't
Why?
want to.
Get into it?
I should get.
Oh.
I'll,
He's got a
I'll,
weird
Oh,
game
is
for that
is it
game.
because Zoni isn't strong in fighters?
No,
Is
no,
that
it's
it?
not. No, that's not it at
Is that
all.
not it?
That's not
Okay.
it at all. He's
Alright.
not being a fan of zoning, really.
Oh,
He-
okay.
He'll do it if his character excels at it.
Yeah.
He's like I said, he's a great player. Every tournament we go to, he's always placing pretty good, beating
Yeah.
at least a good top player on the way. It just at some point he was just like that he pretty much wasn't feeling anymore, and he doesn't have the competitive drive as much. So he just wants to take a break from fighting games and play other games like adventure games, and just get back together. And it's crazy because I know he's not playing them as he used to, like practicing every day. He'll probably
Yeah.
put it up like once a week, and like he said, he's coming to GBS after hours and just bodying us in casuals,
Yeah.
even though he
That's
doesn't
awesome.
play anymore. It's crazy.
So McCuddy's not coming out, and he so that sucks. But like I said before, the purpose behind GBS is for players to improve. Like it's a hub for like good players, equal skill, higher skill, low skill, whatever. Come out and play. I want to give a shout out to Growlix.
Yes.
He is one of our players that's super up and coming. He grinds the game so hard, and it's awesome to see his improvement at every single tournament. He's going to be going out to Indiana mid-April. When's that tournament?
I don't know the exact date, but it's for the that Indiana monthly. Godlike Saturdays?
Is it Godlike Saturdays or
Yeah.
is it Clutch?
I thought it was gonna be Clutch.
No, Clutch is the.
Clutch is their yearly tournament.
Yeah, no, Clutch is a yearly thing.
Yeah, their annual
Because
tournament.
Growlix has been going once a month to their monthly.
Oh, he's already been going?
He's been going to the monthlies every month.
Okay.
But that's on Clutch is in April 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, yeah. I think he's gonna be going to that, right?
Yeah, we're going together.
Okay.
No, but-
So yeah,
that'd
shout
be
out to
cool.
him. He's doing awesome.
no.
And guys like that really are like the catalyst of why like that scene exists essentially, and why we keep doing it, because it's awesome to see that type of stuff.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
you got players that are passionate about the game and they need somewhere to go. It's like you guys are there, you know.
Yeah.
And like I do know people talk about Injustice all the time, so I don't want to hear anybody saying they don't play that game because they totally do.
I think it definitely has like some of like the hypest like guest characters.
Oh, for sure. Guess.
Some of the most BS guest characters.
Well, yeah. They're
Dude,
broken.
no.
We're talking about they're
They're
broken.
broken.
Are the turtles good? Have people like?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
they're
not.
okay.
Give us some more time.
Give us some more time.
Sonic Fox won a major with just Michelangelo, so I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
that's
You want a
just-
major?
Yeah,
That
with
was kinda
just
already?
close to when he came out. He's already back to Black Manta though, I think.
well, he's
Like,
Sonic Fox uses
what
everyone.
was he playing a final round? I didn't watch, or is it not on yet?
He won Injustice already. I don't know who he used.
Oh, okay.
But actually, Sonic Fox, I seen him tweet today that he won the past 4 majors for Injustice with 4 different characters.
Wow.
So
That's just Sonic Fox,
Yeah.
though, you know.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know how
it's
it
a-
goes.
actually, before we get off topic, since
Kid's
you
a
mentioned
monster.
Growlix, I actually want to give Growlix props for the fact that amongst all of our top players in our scene, he's in that category, but he's the only one that is not using a top tier. He plays Wonder Woman, who's not.
No, not anymore.
He mains Wonder Woman. He's been practicing other characters, just dabbling with other characters right now.
Yeah.
Because we do it by seasons. He
Yeah.
said he's gonna go this whole season without Wonder Woman. So right now he's excused. But up until this point, he's only been using Wonder Woman,
Right.
and he's doing great. And she is not by any means a top 5, even not even a top 10 character.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Growlix is an overall
No, he's very good.
overall pretty good player. Let's Get Acid too.
Yeah.
Shouts to him. Also comes out every single week. He's improving as well. Exo Hunter.
Our newest member of our scene, but
Tom
he's
number 9.
yeah, no, Exo
There's, like,
Hunter is someone
3
who has a
different
lot of
people named
potential
Tom
in
when it
my
comes to
eyes, at least.
tournaments.
He's going to be a great player. His biggest problem is that he doesn't stick to a character. He'll come into a GBS and use 7 different characters in one tournament.
He's
You're like,
pretty
dude,
indecisive.
stick to one. Excel with that character, and you'll do great. Because he could play, he'll bust out a random Superman you never seen him play, and he's doing all the high-level Superman stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're not sticking to a character, if you're not sticking to your guns, you're not gonna succeed.
Yeah, you're kind of just bouncing all over the place.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna step in.
Go ahead.
All right. Oh.
All right.
So
Here we go.
I have a mentor. He was here a few weeks ago. Named the Divas, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and he mentors me in Skullgirls pretty much every fighting game that I play, right? I have a bad habit of counterpicking, right? So here's the thing, right?
Like you always go for the counter pick?
No, I don't. I go for the counter pick if I can, right? So like say like Street Fighter, right? So I main Karin, right? I do not like not having an anti-air, right? So I picked up Colleen, right? Then I was just like, man, I don't like having to get close to my opponents. So then I tried to pick up Manat, right? Right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is like I'll do like things where it's like I don't like my character's weakness, so I'm gonna pick up another character that covers that character's weaknesses, and then like that character has weaknesses, so I'm like, man, I gotta pick up another character, right? But like for some reason like I don't do that in fighters, right? Like my team is just go on pick a level 16, right? It's
And
like
has it been that since launch?
yes, it has.
So it's not changed at all.
It has not changed at all. I
Okay.
don't like Cell. I don't like Dogo. Right? Like I never like mess with Kid Buu or Frieza or like whatever. Right? It was just those 3. Right? Because I feel like the game is like I feel like every character can do everything. Right? That you need. Right? And you can just do it. Right? But like yeah, and again like in Skullgirls, like I play like pretty much everyone. Right? Street Fighter 5, like those 3 characters. Right? And sometimes it's like it's really hard to like stay true to like your one character because you're just like, oh, I really want to like do counters, right? But like sometimes you're like, man, I really want to throw this ball or not, right? But like I don't know, I think that's a problem like a lot of fighting game players have sometimes, right? When they're at least when they're picking up a new fighting game, or even when they're going back to like old ones, and they go to a major and their main just gets like they just get beat up, right? And like they're just like, man, like this is a horrible matchup. Like I gotta pick up this other character. I gotta do it, right? But like, I don't know. I think it's just like a laziness to like not learn matchups, right? Um, but I mean, who can blame like people, right? Because some matchups are just like absolutely impossible, right? And you just gotta pick up like another character. But I don't know. I got
Well,
off. I got off track. Yeah.
Sometimes like people, like he was saying,
Yeah.
will play low tier characters that nobody ever plays, and they're just like, well, how do I play this character? How do I play
How do I
against this
fight
character?
this?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
Yeah, I think like the Duck Hunt was one of like the characters in Smash 4, where it's like infamous for like not a lot of people play Duck Hunt. Not a lot of people know how to fight Duck Hunt, right? So, it's
so
like,
if somebody
I
who
don't know,
comes
it's
in
kind of
is
weird and
really
backwards
good with Duck Hunt,
with Duck Hunt, yeah, you just
could
it's like what is
do
this?
some damage.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. That was just I was just saying my take on the subject. It's like switching characters and like being like.
So Shady, tell you still play Injustice?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us about how you play Injustice.
Okay, so up until Injustice came out,
Okay.
usually for
Jumps.
fighting games, huh?
There you go. I'll just stop right. He jumps. He jumps in.
No,
Jump too.
that's not even mean Injustice. That's a habit I have in every fighting game.
You
To
jump.
be honest. Jump, yeah, honestly, I get jump
jump.
happy.
I'll jump with you. Yeah, you're not gonna anti-air me.
Anyways, so
I'm just kidding.
no, I know you. I'm kidding too. Up until Injustice, I would play 1 or 2 characters max. So like, in MKX, I played Clow up until the last pack came out, and I played Triborg as well because I like smoke.
Yeah.
But for Injustice, I started off with just Batman, and then after like I want to say a month in, I had a team. I had Batman, Deadshot, and Supergirl, and I was running all of them because Deadshot was. We all remember Deadshot, and I was like, I'm just gonna pick this character out for like 10 minutes and have a free win against some people.
Yeah.
It worked up until he got nerfed. So now I'm at the point where I'm sticking to Batman. You know, I want to stick to my guns. I want to flesh him out. I want to be able to do everything I can with him.
Yeah.
And I'm still debating on keeping Supergirl. I'm not too sure yet, but my approach into Injustice is that it's definitely a very counter-pick heavy game. You know, there are some very unfavorable matchups, some
Right.
7-3. But if you don't, you know, if you're not comfortable with that secondary, like even though you dabbled with a character that might beat your opponent's character, if you're not comfortable with them or anything, it's not gonna work out, especially if that person's main.
Yep.
Sometimes you just have to play with what you know best.
Yeah.
And another thing with a lot of players I've noticed is that they'll mix up special moves or inputs from the other characters. Them, you have to be able to bounce back to back and you have to be confident in it. If you've been playing a tournament with one character this whole time and you're practicing with another, I wouldn't recommend just busting that character out one day. You're gonna go back to what you're used to, and you're gonna screw yourself over.
Yeah.
Unless you are Sonic Fox, and then you
Exactly,
pull
you just-
something out of your
You
ass.
can pick a character you never picked up before and win.
Yeah. So, one thing I noticed from the fight before Christmas, though, right? Because I don't know too much about Injustice. I haven't really played it.
Yeah.
Just not a game I've really ever hosted. Like we did a launch tournament when it first came out. Because I was like, oh, this is gonna be really cool.
Oh,
And
GJ
then-
Maxx won, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
then
we had a
Petty got
good
second.
turnout. And then
Yeah.
like the next one, there was like nobody there.
Well,
we went from like 30 to 0, and I was like, what?
I
was
genuinely
like, what
believe-
happened?
I genuinely believe it was because of that shot, single-handedly.
Yeah.
Character. Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to spend the whole game just one step at a time. You know.
Yeah.
Cool
Yeah.
game. Everyone's
Yeah.
supposed to be having fun, going in with all the.
That's not,
Everybody-
doesn't let people have fun. I feel like a little bit of like a little bit of sadness came out of that sentence.
Yeah, I mean
was-
genuinely, because
You're just like
Imagine-
everyone's supposed to have fun.
imagine being hyped for a game and then you finally get it. You're like, I'm gonna play this game competitively. I'm gonna be so good. First
then
match,
you
you just got
play.
shot the whole time. It sucks.
Well, and then they come out with characters like Hellboy, and it's like, oh, okay.
But what
here's
sucks is they
mm.
came out with Hellboy, who counters Deadshot perfectly, but in the same patch that Hellboy came out,
He doesn't
Deadshot
let
got
people
knocked to
have
the
fun
ground.
either.
Yeah, he does not. He does
Wait, that was the same patch?
Huh?
No one
That's
can
the
have
Patch.
fun.
It's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
He takes all the fun and puts it in his fist.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, but that's a great example. Like Hellboy is a great anti-zoner character.
Yeah.
Like he's great against zoners, and Deadshot being the best zoner in the game.
Yeah.
Like that Hellboy came out, Deadshot got nerfed, the same patch, and it was
Yeah.
like we didn't even get to see how well his anti-zoning was, because
It was a necessary nerf. Deadshot
it was. It should have happened
Um,
sooner.
just made a lot of characters unviable.
Yeah.
So with Deadshot getting nerfed, going down the tier list, it opened up a lot of like character variety for tournaments and stuff, which probably healthy for the game in the long run. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, actually,
I'm glad it happened.
that actually made me realize something. Like I was saying earlier, like hey, you should stick with your guns, but whereas in Injustice, it is a very counter-heavy game. If you main
Yeah.
Dr. Fate and he was your solo main, and you came across a Deadshot in pools, might as well just go tell the TO you lost. Honestly,
Dang.
because it was an 8-2 matchup.
I mean, you might hit that too.
No, you were not.
Hey, man, that's not
okay.
to know.
You, no, hold on. You said you might hit that too, but
Yeah.
Injustice is first to 3.
I'm a.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it pretty much says it says on
That's
paper
another
you
thing.
can't win.
That's another.
Once you get to 2, the 8 just happens. It's like, all right, that's enough. That's actually really funny. Yeah, 8-2 matchup in the first of 3 games.
So,
Exactly.
Oh,
Good luck
no.
with that.
Yeah.
So explain to me then, because I don't understand it. Why does that game take so long? Because I feel like maybe it took long at the Fight Before Christmas, but that
Yeah.
game it was just like it was one of the longest running games.
It's
Oh,
funny
the
because it
matches?
looks
Yeah, the
fast.
matches.
It
what
looks
the-
like they go fast.
What
Someone
the
gets
problem
hit.
is, in my
Yeah.
opinion, I don't think it should be first to 3.
Uh-huh.
What it is because when NRS was developing the game, they flat out said that they're designing this game to be first to 3. So that all the TOs off the bat were like, okay, first to 3,
Alright,
as it
okay.
should be.
Right.
But the game lasts so long, especially now that the meta's developed
Yeah.
and people are watching out for things. Like it takes so long, and I realized that at our own local, like we'll have a 12-man bracket, and we'll be there till 10:30 sometimes playing.
God.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
What
crazy.
time do
Well-
you start the tournament?
Eight-ish,
okay.
but we like to get as many matches on stream as possible.
Yeah,
just so
towards the end we
people
get the matches. That is
the
true.
stream time, and then they can be on a YouTube video or something.
Yeah,
like that and get
absolutely.
back at it.
Okay.
So there's that. I don't know.
No,
I
but,
don't
like,
feel like the
and-
games take that long.
and- well-
Longer than average, I suppose.
Well, luckily the game with Injustice, it's like one big health bar. You know, the rounds aren't resetting, so that helps it
Yeah.
go
Okay.
by faster.
Yeah.
But I personally think Street Fighter 5 matches, like a single match of Street Fighter 5, will most likely end faster than Justice 2.
Yeah.
That's first to 2, and Injustice is first to 3. Causes it to last very long.
Yeah. Okay. So then it's just that first 3 factor then.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but Dragon Ball takes forever too.
Yeah,
so-
I was just gonna say, man, I see online nonstop that people are asking for Dragon Ball to be first to 3, and I'm just like, please no, I don't want to be.
No.
I don't want to be at a local. So too
Our tournaments already go pretty long.
Yeah, imagine if
And if
another
they were
2 games
first
each
3,
set.
Oh
dude.
gosh.
It's
Yeah,
funny
that'd be
because like
rough.
like I try to look like how the meta affects how long a game goes. Like you look at fighters, it's just like it goes faster if one player is bad, right? Because that one player was super dash, full screen, supers, like all the stuff that the good player will just like vanish or
Punish,
2H or something. Yeah. But if both players are good, right? Sorry about that stream again. But like yeah, if both players are good, you're just like seeing like a lot of this, a lot of, like singular key blast, right? Assist calling, right? And this is why it's like one match takes like 6 minutes, right? But yeah, I don't know. So some games like look fast, take forever, and then like some games that look like they would be slow, they're just like in and out.
How's Skullgirl's speed?
Skullgirls is so fast.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's what I
it's
thought.
first to 3, yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have one like touch of death though?
One reset, like one sequence, right? So like I'll touch you and then I hit you with like some reset.
And there's,
That's,
like,
you're
it's
just like what the
50-50?
right, and then like you die,
Okay.
right? But also like you can change your team size in Skullgirls, so you can have 3, 2, or 1 character, right? And that's like with every match, right? So if for some reason everybody played like all trios, right, in a 16-man bracket, it'd still go like pretty fast.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, solo versus solo, it's like 2 rounds. And rounds work like Injustice or Killer Instinct, where you just get up and start again, right? So yeah, it's interesting, but like yeah, rounds
Yeah,
can
dude.
end very quickly because if you get touched in SG and you just keep getting resetted, right? There's an undizzy and infinite prevention system to like help you, but like it will
Just let me know.
you'll die if you're bad, right? The game tries to help you, but if you're bad, the game like it's not gonna help you, right? But yeah, Skullgirl's pretty fast.
Just to let you guys know, we are being recorded still, but the internet.
We're not live.
Yeah, we're not live.
I had a feeling because I noticed
Yeah.
the Ethernet port had
Yeah,
a triangle.
yeah.
I don't want to say
So,
anything.
But we're still recording. This
Yeah.
will still be exported either way.
Yeah.
So
Was it
sometimes
live
it's-
at some point, or was
Oh
it
yeah, it was live
It just
for
cut
all
off?
of it. It
Yeah.
just cut off. So I'm
Just
waiting
now?
for that to reboot,
Yeah.
and then we'll go back online. But we
Oh, it's on
we can
now.
continue. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We're good.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Okay.
continue with.
All right, sorry about that stream. we
so-
like for those of you who are watching, we just like disappeared into the ether for a second.
Well,
there.
you'll be able to watch the VOD. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I was done.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Um.
How do you guys feel about the? Have you seen a Broly trailer yet for fighters?
I don't think
No.
he has. Yeah.
No.
Everything,
haven't?
he's not
I
even
don't
a
really
Dragon
know
Ball
much about
fan at
show.
all.
I
You're not.
haven't
You don't
even
like
watched the
Dragon
show.
Ball?
I've never even watched the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To
You've
be
never
honest.
watched. You're neutral.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was about to say. I'm like, you don't like at
I
least
guess
one character.
the game is okay. No push block seems a little obnoxious. But
There's a mechanic called Reflect. I'll explain that to you later.
yeah,
It makes
we
sense.
just
It's back.
it's back
It's back
heavy.
in special. Yeah.
Oh,
It's back-
special,
It's back
okay.
X.
Yeah. So the thing. So push block. So like defensive options in games in general, right? So
Should be more of them.
yeah. So okay. So have you ever played Blaze Blue?
no.
Okay, so in Blaze Blue, right? There's also no natural push blocking, right? You have to spend a resource to push block, right? So while you're blocking, you can press 2 buttons to have a shield come up on your character, and it'll push block anything automatically. But every time it gets hit, you lose like barrier meter, right? And if you run out of barrier meter, you can't push block. And if you get, I believe if you do get hit, you take more damage. Right.
Mm.
But I don't. Certain games do like defense like other ways, right? Like because there's push blocking in Marvel, there's push blocking in Skullgirls, like natural push blocking that you can just do, right? But I guess in some games, like if it doesn't have push blocking, it does have something else, right? So in Guilty Gear, there's like, or like in anime games, there's instant blocking. In fighters, there's reflect, right? I feel like reflect is more of like it's like offensive defense, if that makes any sense, right? Because it's something that you have to commit to, right? Because if somebody like does a block string and then they sit there and then you just whiff or reflect, they can hit you, right? It comes out frame 1, but they can hit you, right? With like instant blocking or like push blocking, like just using like a resource to do it in Blaze Blue, right? Because you can just do it out of nowhere. You can like jump forward and like spin barrier, right? You don't have to already be blocking, right? Well, that's why it's like defensive defense, right? I'm like making up terms, but like yeah, like it gives you a way out of like the dumb pressure, right? But I guess the fact that push blocking isn't there, like really puts down that Dragon Ball feeling of like there is something coming at you, right? And if you didn't stop it, like when it started touching you, right, you gotta hold that, right? Now reflect comes out frame 1, right? So you can like mash it versus like bad players who like don't have like really good block strings. But versus like good players, like you will probably be blocking for like probably like a good like 12 real time seconds. If they're
Yeah.
playing the Dogohan, probably like 20 real time seconds.
I think when a game's offense outweighs offensive options outweighs the player's defensive
Defense, yes.
options, it becomes a pretty big problem.
Yeah.
Only because you should have to think about what your opponent is going to be doing, and you should be rewarded with the right read as opposed to just guessing.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
like the guessing
Yeah.
aspects that offensive-oriented games have,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Again, like I'm not too familiar with Dragon Ball. The only game that I can use to show as an example would be MKX. It was
Okay.
just a 50-50 monster like game, and
Very rewarding for offense.
for offense, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
very
And
rewarding.
guessing right in defense,
Got a
you're
run
just put
mechanic.
into a neutral state, or your opponent was like plus on block. So it was pretty crazy, and really momentum based. Momentum's fine, like that's obvious. If you're doing well and you're not going to knock a person down, you want to hit and just get plus frames or something like that. Yeah, sure, get rewarded for losing damage, but staying in pressure. But
You shouldn't be able to run
yeah,
up and get a mix-up.
it's
You shouldn't be able to run, mix up, start
Right.
going from there. It's
Right.
silly.
Yeah, you should be rewarded for guessing right. It should be your turn. Unless there's caveats to that, like you spend meter, like then you could keep going. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
You should have defensive options though.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Yeah, I actually think Tekken is one of the games that is really good with rewarding players for guessing right, right? Because there's low parries, right? There's high crushes, low crushes, right? So like if your opponent's like doing all this crazy stuff, right? And you're just like, okay, in this string, there's gonna be a low, right? And then you do a low crush, like you reward like 80% damage and the wall carry, right? And probably death for them, right? Because any hit in Tekken is like crazy, right? But yeah,
That's a good example. Killer Instinct
Killer
is a
Instinct,
great
yep.
example.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
What does Killer Instinct have?
You could break combos if you get the right
combo
string.
break.
Yeah.
But what about
Yeah,
what about when you're blocking though? Is there any options?
No,
I'm
while you're
not
getting
sure.
hit, right?
Yeah, only way you
Yeah.
get hit.
Yeah.
That's actually really like interesting. Like all the Killer Instinct's defensive options come into play after you get hit,
Yeah.
not when you're
Very,
blocking.
very weird.
That's I never thought about it that way. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like, from my understanding, is like whenever you're getting hit by a combo, you have one chance to guess right
Yeah.
to combo break it. But if you don't, you're in combo lockout, and you
Yeah.
just have to eat the rest of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's cool. I mean, I've never played it too much, so I don't know. I don't have experience.
It adds really cool mind games.
It is definitely, yeah, because it makes you change what you're doing in your combo.
Yeah.
But technically, in Killer Instinct, that's the only game you could really do that in, because
Yeah.
it's you can link anything together. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Man, I wish it wasn't an Xbox One exclusive.
Yeah, same. I wish
Because
it was
now I
on
want to
PS4.
play it.
Other
Thinking
characters,
about
right?
that game really upsets me.
They just released a new character.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like the
Really?
support that Iron Galaxy has for that game is like insane,
Out
and they're
of this
based in
world.
Chicago.
Wow. It's actually really funny, like thinking
Right?
about like the system like that
Iron
because
Galaxy's
I believe
Chicago.
so.
yeah, because like I believe like there were like there's like auto combos in there that you can do, but just like pressing like heavy, right? Obviously they're easily breakable if you break heavy, right? But like I was like playing with like a bunch of my friends and they were mashing the face buttons, right? Whenever they got hit, so they would always randomly break light or medium combos,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So I would jump in and I would mash heavy, right?
And-
because they weren't pressing the shoulder buttons at all, right? And they're just like, how can I not break this? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, cause I'm
Did you
mashing.
actually know?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Cause
okay,
like
alright.
they're just
Totally
mashing the
did.
face buttons. They're not pressing like the heavies. So I'm just like, you're not gonna break this. It's
Yeah.
heavy. But I had something one. I told them after we were done playing. And I was
Okay,
like,
alright.
"Man."
Man.
Yeah.
Come back, Aaron.
I mean,
So let's
I
talk,
do it too.
let's talk a little bit about your guys' background in the FGC then. Before I like GGA or anything. Like, how'd you guys get into the scene?
GGA.
Was it GGA? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna be completely honest. This is literally exactly how I started getting into the FGC. I played fighting games my whole life, just casually. I didn't know what I was doing until I turned like 13, 14, obviously. MK9 came out. I believe I was 15, 11, and then about a year to what?
You were so young. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I was really young. And at some point, after Perfect Legend won the first Evo,
Yeah.
and the Kung Lao was my favorite character. I thought it was coolest. So I was like, oh, Perfect Legend, blah blah. Be on YouTube all day watching Lao matches.
Yeah.
And eventually discovered, GGA's like scene, and I started watching them. I came across him because Smoke was my second favorite character. I would watch his matches for hours. I never thought I'd be good enough to play, so I just always just watched. Throughout Injustice when I watched, and MKX came out, and I was just kicking so much ass on ranked. I was like, oh, I'm good at this game. I'm gonna go to one of the weeklies at GGA and see how good I do. In first match, I had to play against GGA Nicolas,
Yeah.
who was like a great player from Greece, and he just destroyed me. And then and then the losers, I played against some.
That's always fun when
Yeah.
you come from the online environment and you're just like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah,
man.
I was so
You just
confident.
get mopped and you're just
I
like,
was so
holy
confident.
Yeah.
And he destroyed me. I beat somebody in losers, and then I had to play against Jeremiah, who was also like a GGA original. Destroyed me as well, but usually in those situations I'd get discouraged. But I
Yeah.
was like, man, these guys are so good, and it's only 20 minutes from me. I'm gonna start coming every week. I haven't stopped. Then I started going to Frosty, Combo Breaker, and then Street Fighter 5 came out, and I started going to every tournament I could find. You could just mute that.
Okay.
Or
no,
Yeah, just got it.
I would have kept it going. Wow.
oh, the Dudley theme,
like-
yeah.
Okay. Get that on stream.
But yeah, long story short, my introduction was I literally was watching FGC events, especially GGA scene a lot.
So Galloping
fan.
Ghost, literally, like
Yeah,
you guys are in it because of Galloping Ghost. That's
Yeah.
that's really cool. Like,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
as corny as it sounds, they fired me. I was like, I want to play too.
Yeah.
And now I'm playing with them every day.
And so you started in the MK9 scene, then, right?
Yeah. Galloping Ghost just started like when MK9 came out. It's Doc Mac's like favorite franchise.
Yeah.
He had 2 different cabs. MK9 was tag. So we had this giant cabinet with 4 like not the PDPs weren't in there, but they were the size of PDPs, like controllers, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And he would host tournaments like every Saturday. There was a tournament that Saturday, and me and my best friend Phil, we got the game the day it came out. We both had. Do you guys know what PDP sticks are? They're like giant American like bat top sticks, and they're super crappy inputs, kind of. They're hard to do
PDP,
at least.
It's a brand. They make controllers and patents.
Okay,
it's
okay.
it's not as
It sounds
smooth.
familiar. Okay.
We got these big things because that's what the arcade had. We were just grinding like crazy, and then we went to that tournament and we did super well. I actually got second.
Nice.
There was a tester there that was playing Kung Lao,
Oh,
who was absolutely insane. But Smoke was really, really broken too, so I was playing Smoke since the beginning. And then yeah, after a while, like I said, we were doing the GGA had the weeklies for every single fighting game there. So Marvel 3. So this is around time so this is 2011 when Marvel 3 came out. MK9 came out.
Tekken was around the corner.
Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4 was like
all
around.
the good heavy hitters.
It was
Cross
awesome.
Tekken.
It was
Cross
really, really
Tekken
cool.
was around the corner.
Pardon me?
Cross Tekken.
Cross Tekken.
It died.
Yeah.
It died. But
Yeah.
no, it died. But there was hype. There was hype leading up to it. For
Right,
sure.
right.
Yeah.
People were ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a golden age. It was really, really
Yeah.
tight. And yeah, he just ran a bunch of tournaments, and then we got the team together. And then ever since then, we would practice. Like I said, back then, having a local scene, offline practice with really good players was super rare and super valuable. So we would play like almost every single day. I was 18. I was in high school, and then we road tripped to. We were just trying to get to everywhere.
Every
We drove
time you
to.
could. That's awesome.
We drove to the final round like in Atlanta 3 years in a row. Drove down there. The first road trip there. This is a cool story.
Sure.
It was me, Jeremiah, Phil Pops, Chaos Fear. He's a raiding player from Peoria. Peoria? Down south somewhere.
I was in the scene.
Sorry, Chaos. Sorry, Doug. Phil's brother and Medina. Do you guys know who Medina is?
No,
Okay, he was like the old NRS streamer. So he would stream our events. He streamed final rounds for MK9.
Nice.
We rented a van, and then we hooked up a PS4 in the van to play on the way down. So we were like playing MK9 on the way down. It was
Nice.
pretty dope.
Okay.
60 or
Pardon
PS3.
Was it?
I was on PS3. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's at PS4.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, PS3.
We all know
That's okay.
So yeah, we would road trip everywhere. MK9 was at MLG, so I went to MLG Columbus, Anaheim, and then we went to Evo 2 years in a row. I didn't get top 8, but I got 17th and then 13th.
That's so humble. He won final round.
And then yeah, I won one of the final. I won final round.
He got
21.
first.
Wow.
At
Yeah.
final
You
round.
say that like
Yeah,
you
like,
just
you
won
didn't
like a
bring it up.
neighborhood tournament.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to bring it up, and he
I
didn't.
had no idea, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, first place.
And
And then the year after, he got second. Lost
Yeah.
to Sonic Fox.
because I tried to style on him with a super.
He
and
tried
all.
beating him with the super and ruined the whole set.
That was awesome.
He could have won final round back to back, but
See,
Sonic Fox.
Only style in casuals. That's
Yeah, you don't
the
style us.
rule.
No,
No, I would have done it too. I'm like, I can't,
Oh,
I can't be mad.
I replayed that in my head a
Actually,
lot.
it's it's funny because I witnessed him do it. I seen the set where he tried supering on Sonic Fox and he missed and he lost the grand finals.
Yeah.
And I told myself I'll never do that. And then I found myself in pools one day at Common Breaker. I was about to beat Punko and I went for the super and I dropped it. I was about to beat Punko.
Feels bad.
Terrible feeling.
Man.
The first person I told was him because I knew he would know what it felt like.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's like,
Gotta go for those style points,
you
man.
did
Yeah,
it,
you need the
man.
style points.
Yeah.
And like I wanted the super side time to pop off
Yeah.
before it finished. I'm kidding.
What a way to go out.
Oh man.
No, I lost. That was bad.
But yeah, that's pretty much my fight. And then after that, like, Injustice 1, I played it at VXG a little bit. I placed VXG was like no one there though.
What's VXG?
That was like so in 2013 and late 2012,
Okay.
like this company I think they were just called VXG. They partnered up with like Triforce and like a couple other Dominican guys. And they were trying to do like a Caribbean style Evo. And you would it was like a point system like Capcom Cup where you had to get qualified. And by winning final round, I was automatically qualified and I won a free trip there. So it was a tournament in like Saint Martin, and that's just what it was. Only 1 year though, and it was kind of weird. There was some interesting payout mishaps. But it was fun for me. I don't know. I went with Dizzy and 16-bit, Perfect Legend, Chris G.
You guys all went together?
Pardon me?
You said you guys went together?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
16-bit and I went together, and then Dizzy kind of went on his own.
Oh,
Dizzy qualified, and 16-bit
I thought you meant
just
you were all in
went
the
there.
car. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yo, no.
All-star car.
Legendary car.
Yeah. No.
I gotta get in this car.
And then we got top 3 at that tournament. 16-bit Dizzy and I. For MK9, and then Injustice. I didn't really play much after that, like, because I went to school in 2013. Injustice was out. I was playing Green Lantern. I would like go to Indiana with the guys sometimes and try to visit back home, just because it's like the nostalgia, even though it was like only 1 year after. Yeah, and then I just always been around, just because I owe so much to that place for like providing opportunities and stuff, and I'm just attached to it because I love it. But
And so, what do you do there now besides TO? Do you?
I work at the arcade, so Galloping Ghost Arcade in Brookfield. Shouts to them. I work the front, and then I just started doing some production work on their game Dark Presence, which we're going to be showcasing at Midwest Gaming Classic. Used to be in Brookfield, Wisconsin, which is kind of funny, but now it's in Madison, Wisconsin. It's coming up mid-April, so that's pretty cool.
So is that going to be the pinnacle fighting game once it comes out?
Yeah, that's going to be everywhere, man. It's going to be, primetime Evo. It's going to be tight.
You guys going to host it, right?
Yeah. If you can get that huge ass machine over here.
Yeah, it's going to be arcade only for a little bit. Maybe you'll see us popping up on Steam, but yeah, that's what I'm doing over there.
Actually, for fun, starting, I don't know about next week, but an hour before GBS starts, we're going to have like a 4-man Dark Presence tournament, and the winner of that will get free entrance for the night. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, but people that work there can't enter for obvious reasons.
Right.
Yeah, so none of us will be in it. It would just be whoever shows up.
So how long? That game's been in development for quite a bit, huh?
Yeah,
a very
little
long
bit.
time.
Is there a character with an air dash?
Is that
No,
what?
no air dash.
No
There's a
way.
character.
It's not an anime game.
It's not
My anime!
You probably hear this a lot, but think of a Street Fighter Mortal Kombat hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a character who can't jump, actually.
Yeah, there's some characters that can't
that's
jump.
weird.
Is there a character with Rekkas?
Sort of.
I
Not really. It's not 3. It's kind of like she kind of switches into a stance, and she can kind of.
Oh, she has stances. Bet.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
me.
Dude,
That's me.
the game is super in depth.
Give me that.
And it's got like it's got an above average learning curve for like newer players.
crazy.
But if you're used to like fighting game terminology and like how they work in general, you'll be able to catch on pretty easily. Both player sides. So
Because I want to see his reaction when he say this. So this is a mechanic in the game. So when you pick a character on the left side, you have one set of normals, but when you're on this side, your normals are all different.
all your moves change.
All your moves, special moves too.
It's crazy.
All right,
That
look,
reaction.
check it out.
Oh my god.
I had the same reaction.
What the hell?
The game's crazy.
Same words came out of my mouth. I was like, what are you talking about?
Wait, so you gonna do that, and you gonna have a character that can't jump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't. How am I switch sides?
Back
Throw.
throw.
Yeah.
Back
Or
throw.
the other person.
Oh,
jumps.
back throw. Okay.
Yeah.
So then it's gonna be like you like this character, but you like to play on a certain side, so you're gonna be fighting for certain sides.
Okay.
Or maybe your character does better on this side in a specific matchup as opposed to that
Oh,
side. Yeah,
okay.
it's crazy.
Okay.
matchup
It's gonna be
will
very
change.
in
Yeah.
depth.
Now, is there a character
Yeah.
with a teleport?
I know, thank God.
There's no
no supernatural abilities.
No supernatural abilities.
Right?
Okay.
All
There's
realistic.
also no fireball, so there's no projectiles in the
Yeah.
game.
All like that's what I'm saying.
You guys
No
just nerfing
supernatural.
every, like,
There's
every spam.
There's not even like a
thing.
character like a rock throw. That's not supernatural.
No.
It's still a
No,
rock.
like,
Still a rock.
the longest you'll get is a character with a long ranged weapon. So like
Okay.
long range. That's
Yeah.
the farthest.
Is there a
you'll
character with
get.
sword normals?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Everyone has a
yeah.
weapon of
They
some
all
sort.
got like
Okay.
really badass like.
It's pretty much a weapon based 2D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know
Oh,
what?
man, we should have been
No,
talking about this the entire
Okay,
time. Now
yeah.
I'm really interested.
I would have been really happy about that.
Yeah.
So, different normals and specials to fit. That's awesome.
It's gonna be awesome.
Very cool.
We're,
I
there's gonna be a
love
Dark
that.
Presence Day. We'll probably be streaming it at MGC, hopefully. It's a ton of work.
You
The
guys
guys
have a
over
launch date for
there.
that, or
Not yet.
no? Is it this year, or is it?
That's not up to me.
Okay.
No idea.
Now.
if we're putting in the overtime, man, then I
Okay.
can definitely get out.
No.
Making a video game, for those of you that don't know, is a lot of
really
work.
I'm in
easy.
school
It's a
for
lot.
that.
Yeah,
that's
really
what he
easy.
was gonna say. It's really easy. You just press some
No, the
buttons.
guys over there,
Man.
the guys over there at Productions, they're putting in hella hours,
No,
a
I
lot of hard
understand.
work. They're
That's
a
what-
bunch of really smart guys,
I'm-
and they're gonna try to get the best product out to you guys.
That's
That
good
is Dark
though.
Presence.
That's good
Yeah,
though.
it's really cool.
I'm in school for that for game design, so I totally know how that process goes.
Oh,
so
you
believe
wanna
me.
tell them the story about how we were making a 2D platformer? And you told me to make a double jump. Okay, so he told me to make a double jump, right? Simple task.
Sure.
Yeah, 2 minutes, right? But like, I made an air dash, right, by
In a
accident.
platform?
In a
No, it wasn't
platformer.
an accident. It wasn't an accident.
Totally.
No, it was accident. I swear.
Your face was a Patrick meme.
That was-
You had the
okay,
Patrick meme on your face.
So I wrote the code in a way
I don't
where
believe
like if you press a button, like the character moves along the x-axis, but like I forgot to make it like y-axis.
The next
right?
day, I walk up. I'm just like, "Hey, how's the double jump going?" And he's like, "Look, I got something better."
He did it on purpose.
He walks in on me like doing like I like made the character do like 3 air dashes in a row. I'm like, wow, look at this, look at this.
I'm like, that's
this
not
is like
what I
this is
want.
not a fighting game.
Hit the platform where he's dashing across.
It's like
everything.
that. Dude. I love
those
game
are those are.
development, dude.
It was a
Yeah.
fun time though.
Yeah.
Like messing around
Yeah.
with that.
I think
we're
that's
running
yeah.
out of time.
Yeah, we
though.
gotta get outta here.
A little
I know
bit.
you guys are out here.
yeah.
Any final questions?
But anything? Well, here I'll let you guys wrap it up. If you guys want to shout out to
Anything you guys
anybody
wanna
or
shout out or,
promote anything coming up, feel free.
Yeah, I guess obviously shout out to Galloping Ghost Arcade, Doc Mac, the guy, not behind the scenes. You probably know who he is. He's
Owner of
provides
the
everything
greatest
for
arcade in the
us.
world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
If it
awesome.
wasn't for him, we wouldn't have our scene.
Right. So shouts to him. Every single Thursday, guys, if you are in the Chicagoland area and interested in playing Injustice,
Or even watching it.
pardon me?
Or even watching
Or
it.
even interested in watching it, sure. Twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade. Follow us on Facebook every single Thursday at 8 o'clock. Ghost Battle Series, Injustice 2 only tournament. We do have Dragon Ball casuals sometimes. Actually, all the time. Shady will bring a setup.
Only play Dragon Ball.
I guess Eddie's actually gonna bring a setup for next week
Yeah.
because
There you go.
there is some
Okay.
Dragon Ball interest. So maybe some, integrating of that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for it. I'm just gonna be streaming Injustice. That could be on the side though, unless there's a ton of interest. But yeah, every single Thursday, guys. New experience. You want to come body us? Come out. We'd love that shit.
Yeah, humble us.
$5 to get in and gets you in all night. There is no pop bonus, but maybe in the future, hang tight. Not changing anytime soon though. Can't guarantee that. We'll establish a community.
Hashtag bring back the GGA scene, right?
Bring back the GGA scene.
Make it trending right now.
Yeah,
Start it.
we're there
Right now, let's go.
every single week, guys. We were there the week before, the week of Christmas, of New Year's Eve. Like we're always there grinding it out. We're always looking for new players. Right on PS4, yeah, you'll find a bunch of information out on Galloping Ghost, the Facebook page, if you guys are interested. Twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade.
Cool.
And also
Shady.
to anyone that is
That was a
interested
mouthful.
in Injustice, don't be discouraged to come, especially even if you're still new to the game, even if you haven't got your foot in it. Like, come to our scene, and all of us are more than happy to help you get to where you need to be and understand it.
Yeah.
The level that we have, understand it at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not promising anything high level.
We've
These guys
got. I
are the
mean,
pros.
we've
They're-
got experienced players.
Yeah,
We understand how fighting games work for
Yeah.
the most part. And even after the tournament, we play for hours and hours.
Yeah,
Like it starts at
Have a good
8,
time.
ends around 10:30, but then we're there till like 2 o'clock in the morning grinding away. So,
There you go. There you have it. If you want to play Injustice or any of the NRS games, get into that scene. These are your guys.
getting the ball rolling, spread the community out to other events and tournaments and stuff. And like I said, it's all about the interest. You can like a page on Facebook, you can like an event, but you gotta show up, guys.
Come out.
All right. Also, come see your boy Claws and Bombs. I'll be the best Dark Presence stands. I don't know what the name of the
Oh
character
hell
is.
yeah, dude.
What's up? Can you reveal names?
Yeah, we've been.
Who has the stances?
Yeah. What's the name of the stands character?
Oh, every single character in the game is like that.
No,
Oh,
I'm about to say what's her name or his name, huh?
Ravana.
Ravana.
Yeah.
Best Ravana NA.
Yeah.
I will body everyone.
So I have a final request to make before we go.
Sure.
You guys should talk to Doc and the developers of Dark Presence and have them on the podcast to talk about the game.
That'd be crazy.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
God.
He would freak out.
I'm sure-
He would love it.
I'm sure some people on the team would like that.
They could talk all day about that.
Oh yeah,
That
for
would
hours.
be cool. Yeah, and that would help them shine some light on that, and especially like leading up to the release. But anyways,
But all right, thank
this
you
has
guys
been
for
the
coming.
podcast
Yeah.
for this weekend, or this weekend, Sunday.
Yeah, for this month, this year, we're not doing it again.
No, we'll probably be live again in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We're trying to get on a consistent basis, but we've just had a lot going on, so
every 2
most
weeks
likely
now?
in 2 weeks.
Okay.
But stay tuned. Follow us all. Share the video, and post stream will be posted probably later tonight. But thank you guys for coming out.